أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه صدق الله العظيم. So we'll start with isti'aza. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. The first word is أعوذ. The root is ayn, waw, and za. Aza ya'uzu, awzan, iyazan, wa mu'azan. Ash-shaytan, ar-rajim. So ash-shaytan, the root, there are two root for ash-shaytan, sheen, ya, and ta, and sheen, ta, and nun. The root verb of shatana means far from the truth and far from the mercy of God. It is stressed that shaitan is ever rebellious and insolent. This word is derived from the above two roots. So shatana associated with the basic concept of fastening tightly, being exceedingly or audaciously proud, corrupt, rebellious, or insolent. Or it's from the root sheen, ya, and ta, associated with the basic concept of singeing, burning, and I'm just trying to move this, and scorching. Ar-Rajim, it's Rajim and Mim, Rajama Yarjumu, Rajman, one thrown off with or cursed, stoned, and cast out. It's a fi'l mudari marfu wa alamatu rafa bid-dama wal fa'il damir mustatir fihi wujuban taqdirahu ana wa jumla fi'liya billahi al-ba harf jar لفظ الجلالة مجرور بباء متعلق بأعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم جار ومجرور متعلق بأعوذ الرجيم is the صفة نعت للشيطان مجرورة مثلها علامة جرها الكسرة. So do I have to explain this as well, Samia?
Yes, please. Like,
So it's the present tense. Okay, so it's present tense marfu, and the alama of it being marfu is the dhamma, and the file it's the hidden pronoun which is ana. Jumla, it's a jumla fi'liya. Billahi, alba, it's harf jar, and lafzul jalala Allahi is majroor biba, and it's mutaliq bi a'uzu. Min ash-shaytan ar-rajimi as jar wa majroor mutaliq bi a'uzu as well, and it's a sifa. So ar-rajim is the sifa. It's the naat for shaitan, which is also majroor, and it's the sign of it being jar is the kasra.
MashaAllah.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful and the specially merciful. It's so Ism, Seen, Mim, Waw, Ar Rahmanir Rahim, Rahma. They are both come from the same root. Rahima, Yarhamu, Rahmata, Rahma, and Marhamatan. Rahmatan and Marhamatan. Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim are the names applied to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ar-Rahman is considered as expressive of intensiveness, rendered as the merciful, the merciful. It is an ism mubalagha. They are both name formed to denote intensiveness or of signification, which means they are like Ar-Rahman is like extremely merciful, and Ar-Rahim is consistently forgiving. So they are used for they are both used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-Ba is harf jar, and there is a big commentary, and I haven't been able to translate all of it, but I have done a little bit of it, and Samia can add to it as well. Is Al-Ba harf jar, وقد اختلفوا علماء حول تسمية فهو حرف للاستعانة عند بعض منهم والذي بعده الآخرة هو باء السببية وسما سبيوية باء الألصاق. So it's a big commentary. It's a tafsir of Al-Ba, and actually it probably, I think, I personally believe it needs a separate class to just do the whole tafsir. But what I have been able to translate is that it's the ba harf jar. Some scholars have differed upon the naming of it. It is a harf, so it is a harf for seeking help with some of them, and some other it is ba sababiya. And Sibawayh, he's a scholar, named it Ba al-Ilsaq, Ba that you cannot separate. Others did not permit the use of the word for seeking help. It is also Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Um, it's a jar majroor fragment, and it continues as Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is the sifa. Um, so one of the thing which is mentioned it is that it is the fragment, majroor fragment for the mahzuf fail. Do you want to add to it?
Yes, inshallah, I'll add up to it. Like whenever a jar majroor is coming, it always has to be muta'alliq to an ism or muta'alliq to a fi'al. So here the scholar says, most of the scholars says that it is muta'alliq to a fi'al, and then for now we will just say that the fi'al is bada'a yabda'u abda'u. So I start. Um, so for abda'u, which is a fi'l mahdhuf hidden fi'al, this is the muta'alliq to it. Then we know that abda'u, it is not lazim, it is muta'alliq. It needs maf'ul bihi. So what it is that I am starting. So then for that, the fill in the blank is filled up with the work that I'm doing. If I'm eating, so means abda'u bismillahi aklan. So aklan will become the maf'ul bihi for um, the mahzuf fail or whatever work we are doing, that will become the maf'ul bihi for it. So that is actually um, completes the whole picture, that whatever work we are doing, we are starting that work with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim.
Hmm. Okay. Um, I'll just start, inshallah, with the surah now. La uqsimu bi yawmil qiyamah. So أقسم, it's قاف سين ميم قسم يقسم قسما. But sorry, I've written the wrong family. It's
Doesn't
أقسم. It's
matter.
family four. It's family four. So I had to change it. I haven't. But it's family four. So
Aqsama yuqsimu
أقسم
iqsaman.
يقسم. Yes. So it'll be أقسم يقسم إقساما. I'll inshallah correct that. And then it means to swear. I'll change the meaning as well because I actually I have actually written the meaning of family one, but it does mean I swear as well. I swear, and family four
If it is from family one, then it means to divide something.
to
Qasama.
divide. Yes, yes.
Yes. And if it is from family four, then it means to swear.
Yes, inshallah, I'll correct that and I'll send
Okay.
you the notes. Yawma, it's a day. Ya, wow, and meme. Al-Qiyamah, Qama yaqumu qawman wa qiyama. Then to raise, to stand upright, the day of judgment. Um, And the note about the ta in al-qiyama, if a masdar is on its normal pattern qiyama and the ta is attached to it, this pattern is called masdar al-marra. It is implied that this event will only occur once. So it's
Yes, mashallah.
do you want to add to it, Samia?
No, just like that, if as you have written, qama yaqumu qauman wa qiyaman. So normal the masdar was qiyaman, and
Mm.
then what is happening here? The round ta marbuta is added up to it, and then it makes up the pattern of masdar marra or ismul marra, and then as you have explained that that
Mm.
indicates something that will happen only once, a very big event, very important event that will only happen once. So that is the meaning of al qiyamah.
Jazakumullah khairan. Sorry. لا أقسم. لا زائدة نافية أدخلت على الفعل القسم لتوكيده، وقد اختلفوا علماء حولها فقيل هي صلة مثلها في لئلا يعلم أهل الكتاب، وقالوا لا تزاد فيه في أول الكلام، وإنما تزاد في أول الكلام، وإنما تزاد في وسطه، وأجيب بأن, بأن القرآن الكريم في حكم سورة واحدة متصل بعضه ببعض، والوجه أن يقال هي للنفي والمعاني في ذلك أنه لا يقسم بالشيء إلى عظاما له كما قال الزمخشري وأضاف ويداك على ذلك قوله تعالى فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم فكأنه بأدخال حرف النفي يقول إن عزامي له بإقسامي به كلا عزام يعني أنه يستحل فوق ذلك وقيل إلا نفي الكلام ورد له قبل القسم كأنهم أنكروا البعث فقيل لا أي أي ليس الأمر على ما ذكرتم ثم قيل أقسم بيوم القيامة وقيل إن لا التي قبل أقسم زيدت تؤتى للنفي بعده وقدرة المقسم عليه المحذوف ها هنا منفيا تقديره لا أقسم بيوم القيامة لا تتركون سدى أقسم في المضارع بالضمة والفاعل ضمير مستتر فيه وجوبا تقديره أنا. Basically the Arab is actually the last line.
MashaAllah, Mamira, exactly. So, MashaAllah, you have read the whole Arab of it. I'm sure that most of us won't be able to understand the whole of it. So, if you can just simplify what is the gist of it.
Okay. With la, say that again.
Yes, with the la, just simplify this,
Okay,
whatever is the gist
inshallah,
of it
yeah.
or the understanding.
I will simplify it. You can read it in my notes, the word to word I have written. And actually, if you try to understand the word to word, it's really hard because it's the commentary, it's in classical Arabic.
Right.
So one of the things which they're saying is that la is actually entering upon a verb of oath. So, it's entering upon the verb of oath for emphasis. So the scholars have differed and they have given the example of Surah Al-Hadid as well, that it is similar to the ayah in Surah Al-Hadid from the ayah starts from the Allah Allah. So basically what they are trying to say is that La is pointing to the fact that people know that Qiyamah is coming, just like the people of the book who knew, but they denied. And they said that, so the scholars are saying that La is providing, and so basically it's giving, it's usually used in the middle of the speech, in the beginning of the speech. It's rarely seen in the middle in Quran al-Kareem. But la, when it's used in like how it's used la uqsimu, so it starts with a no, and we have to pause. If we say la uqsimu, it basically means no, I swear, I don't swear. But it's la uqsimu, it's implying, the meaning is that no, and it is actually connected to the subject of the previous surahs as well. So it is really important to understand that, because we will see in the Arab as well that la is basically, so what la is doing here, it's connecting this topic to the previous surah A. Also, it is refuting. So it's used for the glorification of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah does not promise with anything except to glorify himself. That's the first thing. And I'm just summarizing it. And then it's so basically it's an emphatic negation to glorify Allah above everything the kafir are saying. So it's first, so it's doing three things. It's refutation, it's glorification, and it's also an emphasis. So these are the three things La is doing in this ayah. And you can read if you want. It's like, and then it's given also the example of La uqsimu bi mawaqin nujum is given as well. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that no, I swear by the day of judgment. Basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing that it is coming. No matter what you do, it is coming. You will. And also one of the things is that it is also the qasam after it is actually mahzuf. The promise, what is the promise of Allah? Allah has not mentioned it. He is, so this is something which we will see how this will be connected to the next ayah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no, I swear by the day of judgment, and you will not be, basically what Allah is saying is you will not be left in vain. I swear by the day of judgment. You will be judged. As sure as the day of judgment will come, is as sure as your hisab, or you will be judged as well. So uqsimu is basically present tense fail. It's maf'ul with dhamma, and its file is hidden pronoun, which is ana. بيوم القيامة الباء حرف جر يوم مقسم به مجرور بباء القسم وعلامة الجر الكسرة وجار المجرور متعلق بأقسم القيامة مضاف إليه مجرور بالإضافة وعلامة جرها الكسر. So ba is harf jar, yom is the muqassim for it. It is also the ba of oath, and its sign of being jar is the kasra. So jar majroor and muta'alliq bi al-qiyamah is the mudaf ilay majroor with idafa, and the sign of it being jar is the kasra. Wala uqsimu bin nafs al-lawwama, and I swear by the reproaching soul, to the certainty of resurrection. Nafs, the nafs, it means a living soul, and the word nafs and the dictionary and its plural forms nafus, anfus are used to denote the reflective meaning. Thus, nafsuhu or anfusom, and the rest mean himself, themselves, and itself. Lawama, la wow, lam wow and mim, lama yalumu lauman. The blaming soul, to ta makes. Sorry, I shouldn't have written that. So I'll just. This is not. The soul that blames consistently its possessor. It's also an ism al it's an ism al mubalagha, and it's showing that consistently blaming soul. So it's matuf.
Exactly.
Yeah, do you want to?
Why do you think the ta is there?
I thought, but I think I thought that ta was there because of it was also the masdar al marra, but it's not.
No, because nafs is feminine.
Yeah, nafs is feminine. Yes,
So lawama is the sifa for it.
yes, sifa. Yes, of course.
That is why this ta is for feminine.
Yeah, no, but I had written it for the wrong reason. So anyway, yeah. So it is a sifa. It's not lin nafs majrur ramisluha ila majrha kasra wa hiya min sighatul mubalagha. Like it is said that it's on the pattern of mubalagha. Ayyul nafsul kathira lawm li sahibiha. So basically, that's what I was saying. Wow. So basically, it's saying that so wow, it's a matuf, and to the previous ayah, and its Arab is done like the previous ayah. So and then so the nafs al-lawama, basically it's an ism al-mubalagha, which means the soul that blames consistently its possessor. It means it is repeatedly blaming, basically. Ayahsabul insanu allan najma'a izama. Does man think that we will not assemble his bones? So yahsabu, hasiba yahsabu hisaban, calculate, count, opinion, think. Al-insan, Hamza Noon Seen, Anisa Yanasu Ins, and Najma is Jim, Mim, and Ain, Jama'a Yajma'u, Jama'an, gather and collect. Izama, Ain, Zo, and Mim, Azama Ya'zamu, Azman, Wa Izamatan. It has the meaning of glorification, magnificence, and also bone and skeleton. Of this root, 6 forms occur in Quran. So 6 forms with different meanings occur in Quran. It's 118 times, and izam is used in Quran 13 times. So ayasabul insano is al jumla jawabul qasam la mahallaha min al i'rab bit taqdir litab'athanna al hamza inkar wa ta'jib bil lafz istifham yahsab فعل المضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفع الضمة بمعنى إذن الإنسان فاعل مرفوع بالضمة. So the jumla of the jawab of the qasam, which is the mahzuf, this is the answer of the qasam that is mahzuf. So we talked about the qasam that was mahzuf in la uqsimu bi yawm al-qiyamah. So it's the jawab of that mahzuf qasam that is we don't think like people, because they thought what do the kafir say? They say we don't think that we will be resurrected once we are bones. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the answer of that. This doesn't have any Arab with the presumption, like that's word to word translation of the Arab al-Mufassil. Basically, la mahallaha. So that you will definitely be resurrected. Harf of inkar and negation and surprise with the expression of istifham. So the is the harf of istifham, but it also has the harf of, it's also a negation and surprise. It is a question, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not expecting an answer for it. Yahsabu. It's a present tense marfu. Sign of it is dhamma with the meaning, do you think? Al-insan is the file marfu. Allan أصلها أن أدغمت في لن وإن ملغة الإعراب إذا أجمعت بين حرفين عاملين ألغت أحدهما والأصح هو أن المخفف من أن الثقيلة وهي حرف مشبه بالفعل واسمها ضمير شأن محذوف وخبرها مفصول عنها بحرف نفي لن نجمع عظاما في محل رفع وأن اسمها وخبرها في محل نصب بتعويل مصدر سد مسد مفعول يحسب. So what does it mean? Original of it, like originally it has been an idgham, allan, and we know that it's the anna and lan is gathered together. So to join the harf lan, anna lan najma'a basically. So the anna is closed because the i'rab of it is when you gather two causative harf together, you close the first one. Basically, in simple words, you drop the noon of the first harf, which is anna. And and the more correct way to say it, saying it is that anna is made light form from the heavy anna, and it is a harf al mushabbaba bil fail, and it is ism. Its ism is related pronoun. It is mahzuf, and the khabar is spaced from it with the harf of nafi, lan najma'a. So lan najma'a is the khabar of anna, but it's been spaced out because of the one harf in between, and it is in the place of rafa, fi mahalli rafa. Anna and its ism and its khabar is in the interpretation bitawil of masdar, replacing the two maf'ul. So basically what they're saying is that it could have been, you can say it like that if it was used in as a masdar, ayasabul al insanu jama'a al izama. So the al insan and jama'a al izam will be two of the maf'ul of ayasab, but it's replaced.
Yes, what is yahsabu?
It's a we did it in Ajramiya. It's one of the yeah, which makes
so fail needs two maf'ul, so that is why we said that sometimes one jumla can replace the two maf'ul, so this is what is happening here.
Jazakallah khair. That's good to have do it together. I didn't remember that. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Najma izama fi'l mudari mansub bilan wa hiya harf nafi wa istiqbal wa nasb wa alamatu nasb al fatha wal fa'ilu damir mustatir fihi wajuban taqdiruhu nahnu. Izama maf'ul bihi mansub wa alama nasb al fatha wa alha damir muttasil mabni ala dam في محل جر بالإضافة بمعاني نجمعها بعد تفرقها ورجوعها ورميما مختلطا بالتراب. Actually, I've made a mistake. It's turab. There has to be an alif there as well. Present tense mansoob with lan, and it is harf of nafi and the future, and nasb, and its sign being fatha, and its file is hidden pronoun in it, must be taken as nahnu. Izama maf'ul bihi mansoob, and its sign of nasb being the fatha, and the ha is attached pronoun mabni with the dhamma in the place of jar, with idafa in the meaning of we will collect the bones after it is this is dispersed. This is, sorry, just have to correct this. After it's dispersed, and return it after it's decayed mixed with the dust. Basically, that's the implied meaning of this. Bala qadirina ala an nusawwiya banana. So bala, ba, lam, and ya. Yes, used in affirmative response to a question initiated with a negative particle. And I thought it was a really good definition in Brill. So I've just copied and pasted it, cut and pasted it. Bala it occurs 27 times, and it contradicts a negated proposition or denial, affirms, like, we use it with, like, alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil hakimin. So the answer is bala. So whenever there is a negative particle involved, the answer is bala. So
Exactly.
I mean, do you want me to read it, or I think
No, no, please leave it because
okay,
they
yeah,
already we are
yeah,
in
okay.
almost
Qadirina.
half an hour on.
Okay, inshallah. Qadirina qadara, qaf dal ra qadara yaqdiru qadaratan wa muqdaratan. So decree, ordain, power. Nasavvi, savva yusavvi, tasviya, to form with correct proportion. And banana, ba nun nun. And again, tip of the finger, the entire finger, arm, legs to remain in a place. Um, Again, I've added that because I really liked how it's been described. So you can read it. بلا is the حرف جواب لا عمل لها يجاب به النفي ويقصد به إيجاب وهو هنا بمعاني الجمع أي بلا نجمعها. Harf of jawab with no function of its own. It is answered upon a negation, and it is intended to give an answer. It is there with the meaning of gathering. Yes, we will gather you. That's the implied meaning.
Mhm.
قادرين حال من الضمير في نجمة العزامة قادرين على تعليف جميعها وإعادتها إلى التركيب الأول، أي يكون الحال هنا محذوفا جوازا لأنه دلت على حضور معانه قرينة حالية أي نجمعها. منصوب وعلامة نسبه الياء لأنه مذكر السالم والنون. And we have read that in our Ajurumiyya as well. عوض من تنوين المفرد. قادرina is the hal from the pronoun nahnu of najma'u. So it's going back to the previous ayah of it is a sound plural in nasb because it is the hal of nahnu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power upon composing, returning of it, gathering of it to the first form, which means the doer of the hal here is mahzuf, and it is permissible because it indicates the presence in the meaning of a connecting hal, which is najma'uha. Najma'uhu. Sorry, Najma'uha. Qadirina indicates the presence of connecting hal, which is Najma'u. Bala Najma'uhum Qadirina ala. Basically, that's what it means. Mansub, and it's the sign of nasb its sign of nasb is the ya because it is the sound masculine plural instead of tanween. Using a tanween, like instead of using qadiran, the word is used qadirina because it's related to the noun. It's the hal of the nahnu. Sorry, not the nahnu, the pronoun nahnu. So it is used, qadirina is used. على أن نسوي بنانا حرف جر أن حرف مصدرية والنصب نسوي فعل مضارع منصوب بأن وعلامة النصب نصبه الفتحة والفاعل ضمير مستتر فيه وجوبا تقديره نحن وجملة نسوي صلة أن المصدرية لا محل لها من الإعراب وأن وما بعدها بتعويل مصدر في محل جر بعلى والجار والمجرور متعلق بقادرين التقدير قادرين على تسوية بنانا. So harf jar ala an is the harf of masdar and nasavi and present nasavi is present tense mansub with an, and its sign of being nasb is the fatha, and its file is the hidden pronoun nahnu. Jumla it's a jumla. Nasvi is the sila of an masdariya, and sorry and has no i'rab. And an and whatever is after it in the meaning of the masdar in place of jar with ala. So jar and majrur mutaliq bi qadirina. So basically what it's saying is that this jumla of an is the jar and majrur, it's fi mahall jar for ala. and it's in the meaning of the masdar. And the assumption can be we are powerful or able upon creation of their fingertip. So instead of using basically qadirina ala tasfiya banana, so if we had it is in place of a masdar, so that's why the masdar was used, it would be tasfiya. So it is used an nusawwiya banana. So it's used in the place of masdar. So banana مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصبه الفتحة والها ضمير متصل مبني على الضم في محل جر بالإضافة أي إلى أن نسوي أصابعه أو إلى أن نجعلها أي نسوي أصابع يديه ورجليه ونجعلها مستوية سيا واحدا. مفعول به منصوب, and its sign being nasb is the fatha and the ha is the attached pronoun fixed with the dhamma in the place of jar with idafa, which means to that we will make it level, equal, and make both his hands, both his feet. Basically, that's what it means. And we will make it equal even to each other. So even to your fingertips, your hands, everything will be when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will resurrect us, it will be in everything will be perfect as we are now. So Sadaqallahu al-Azim, that's what I have done. If you have to add something, Samia.
No, mashallah, already everything is so detailed. So jazakallah khair.
So I'll correct. I mean, I've shared this on now, but I'll correct the mistake, the uqsimu one, and then inshallah I'll resend you the document. Okay, jazakumullah khairan. So I'll stop the recording.
Inshallah, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Okay.